Live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Total Education Show, the talk shop for teachers, parents, and administrators. Here's your host of the show, Neil Haley, the Total Tutor.
We're back to the Total Education Celebrity Show, powered by the Simply G Media Network Celebrity segment. Again, you can go to my website, totaltutor.net, for more information. Twitter, Total Tutor, Neil S. Haley, Facebook. And I tell you, this is a celebrity Olympian that is just amazing. What she is able to accomplish, the kind of person she is, how she's with her fans, three-time Olympic gold medalist, Kerri Walsh Jennings. Kerri, thanks for calling, and I'm so excited to talk to you, especially when you're at an event, to take the time to talk to us today. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good, and thank you for all those kind words. You make me want to go and kick people's butts.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just amazing.
On the court.
That's okay. You know, being a mom and then being able to show your family life, and then being able to also be such a great athlete and showing, you know, how I remember the story about, you know, you still have to train, but you have a family. So you're able to show that an Olympian can be both a mom and also a gold medalist, which is a great message for women out there and girls, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I feel so blessed. I feel I'm truly living two of my biggest dreams in life. You know, my first dream ever was to be a mommy, and I couldn't wait to be a mommy. And I knew that when I became a mother, I wanted to be a working mother, because that's what my mom does and did, and she did it great along with my father. And so I'm living both of my dreams. You know, I'm able to play the sport that I've loved since I was 10 years old. I'm able to partner with amazing people like Tampax here today, that's the reason I'm talking to you. So I'm grateful to them. And yeah, I'm a blessed woman to be able to do what I do with the people I have surrounding me.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about this whole Active Girls with partnering with Tampax Pearl Active, and what you're doing at the event today.
Yeah, well, basically they had a contest, and they selected the winner to fly out here from wherever they were from. Today we had Christina and two of her friends and their mothers come out from New Jersey, and we just had an awesomely active day. You know, Tampax has a new product called Tampax Pro Active, and I know you're a man, but us women and girls absolutely appreciate those products, especially, you know, the more active you are, you need support and security and confidence, you know, when you're out there, no matter what time of the month. And today was about celebrating being active. And, you know, I think in today's society that's such a great message to get out, because we all like the couch a lot, maybe a little too much these days. So to focus on being awesomely active and to have these winners fly out from New Jersey it was supposed to be sunny California for a great day. It was great for the girls, I hope, and I believe they had a good time. But it was amazing for me, because it just reminds me of why I'm so blessed in my life and why I love the sport as much as I do, and I brought the little girl out with me today, and I'm really grateful to Tampax for putting this on.
Well, absolutely. And again, I was watching the Facebook page, and I had to make a comment. Look forward to talking to Kerri today. And I was amazed, again, what you're trying to do is show, again, how important it is to be active and promoting that, especially with the obesity rate we're seeing. And also where sometimes girls think that they can't play sports, that this is something, you know, for men. And you're still trying to break that barrier, even after Title IX and everything. You're still in that battle to kind of show that, you know what, it's okay for girls to play sports, and it's an important thing to stay healthy and active.
Yeah, you know, it is for everyone. And, you know, in my life, I just consider myself an athlete. You know, I'm very proud to be a woman. I'm very proud to be female, but I'm an athlete. And I've never had anything stop me from doing what I want to do. And I feel like my father and my mother set the tone in that. Kerri, you're a woman doesn't mean you can't do anything the boys can't do. And I've always lived my life that way. And but today, you know, is all about being active. But one of the great things that I got with these girls is that we got to talk about the importance of being active and physical, and all the benefits that come from that, but that it's not just about that. You know, that's nutrition and the mentality of how you attack life and how you live with a purpose, and you know, that we don't need to compare ourselves to each other. Just try to be the best you can be. Like, these are all messages that came out of today with this Tampax Active Day, and it's really beautiful, you know, because you can go to the gym every single day and you can still be unhealthy because you're not sleeping right or you're not eating right, you know, and you can eat only salads and you can still be unhealthy, you know, so it's a combination. It's the whole picture of health and nutrition that's important. But being active is such a fun thing. You know, God bless us with these bodies, and it's up to us to use them. You know, you only get one of them. Might as well have fun with it and get out there and be physical.
Well, absolutely, Kerri, and it's something that you have that message. You say, it's important to do your very best, and I like hearing that. Again, you're an Olympic athlete. You had to work very hard, but if you didn't do your very best, you wouldn't be as successful today. And if you were discouraged, like, I didn't do something perfect yesterday, or and I fell short, to get back up and keep going, and that's a great message you were able to bring to those girls.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's so much. I don't want to say failure, because it's just if you come up short in something, there's always going to be another opportunity. And if there isn't, then there's a lesson that you learn from coming up short. So it's just how you carry the challenges in your life. And I love winning. Winning is so fun, but I learn more from losing. So it's really interesting, kind of the mindset you have and the way things in your mind is so huge to success. It's so huge to your health, because we all do have those challenges, and it's how you carry those challenges inside of your heart and your mind and emotionally. That's going to allow you either to be defeated by your challenges or allow you to, rise above. And so that's something that it's so much easier said than done. Just because I say this doesn't mean I do it perfectly. I have to remind myself every day, but it's such a fun challenge to look at my way.
Well, absolutely, and you must be really excited that you had this opportunity, that Tampax asked you to be part of this. I mean, I could see the passion in your voice and the excitement that they asked you to be a spokesperson, which must have been a huge honor when you got contacted by them.
Oh, it totally was, and it's amazing. Girlfriends, I'm like, I feel like I manifested this because I've wanted to be with Tampax for so long, because they've gotten me out of so many jams, and it's just, everything I do and all my partners, I'm in a blessed position where I have great corporate sponsors, but it's not corporate and it's not sterile. There's love behind this, and they're helping me support my dreams, and I'm helping Tampax Pearl, talk about the importance of being active and their new active product today. That's all beautiful, and so I really am grateful to be in the position I'm in. I'm really grateful that Tampax had me out today. And it's so nice where, it's mutually rewarding in so many ways, and it's inspiring as well. Today was just a home run.
We're talking to Kerri Walsh Jennings, again, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, involved with Tampax Active Pearl, and we're having a great conversation. But now I know that there was a lot of questions that your fans out there want to know. And first one is, especially now having a new partner, how is that going with April Ross, and how difficult was that to change partners after this change, especially, with the focus on Rio?
Okay, I'll start with how difficult it was. Emotionally, the change was really hard. The first 2.5 months, I literally probably teared up every day, and it was really emotional, especially when I got back to competition. And it wasn't that I wasn't having fun with my partner. It was just that, it's the end of an era. And my era with Misty was and always will be so amazing and such a beautiful thing. So it was emotional at first. Once I kind of got comfortable and kind of got into my routine, it's been amazing. And April is so fantastic on so many levels, on every level, really. She's a winner. She's a winner in life, on and off the court. She makes me better. She's hungry. She wants to improve. She has all the intangibles, like work ethic and drive and determination and perseverance that you can't, money can't buy. And she has all that stuff in spades, along with the physical abilities to be the best in the world. And because of that, I feel like I have those things, or I'll borrow those things from her. We're going to win a gold medal in Rio in a couple of years, and then we're going to win a lot along the way.
Well, absolutely. And did you ever compete with April before choosing her to be your partner? Did you compete with her in other competitions?
We have something called the King of the Beach on the AVP, where it's a round robin, and it's just you're individual, so you play with everyone else. And I got a chance to play with her in 2 matches, and we were 1-1. But mostly, she's been one of my biggest nemesis the past 8 years. So, she's being one of the best in the world. Her and Jennifer Kessy were such an amazing team. They won silver in London at the last Olympics. And she's been part of my drive. When I'm in the gym or when I'm training, I think about her. I thought about her. And she motivated me hugely. But to be on the same side of the court as her is so fun. She just has everything, and she makes me accountable because how good she is and how high of a level she competes at consistently. And it's just, I can't wait to grow and learn with her.
So you've been playing together. Have you done well in your competitions?
We have. We've played in 4 tournaments. We've won 3 of them. And, we're just obviously we've just scratched the surface. We probably had literally maybe 5 real practices, but most of our experience came through match experience, and so to have a full preseason together and just to go to battle together and learn each other, while competing against the best in the world, we're going to be so good. So I feel like we have all the tools, and we're going to work so hard and take nothing for granted and surround ourselves by amazing people, that we're going to put ourselves in the position to do what we want to do, and that's to win a gold medal in Rio.
Well, absolutely. And part of this whole process is training. The success that you've been able to have for 3 Olympic gold medals and being so huge in this sport. Tell us about your training regimen, especially now training for Rio and in every competition, and how, again, it goes back to the whole active thing and how dedicated you are to be trained and trained to the highest level.
Yeah, well, I've been playing volleyball since I was 10, and I've been on the beach for 12 years now, and I've learned a lot, in that length of time. And every year I've done something a little bit different in my training because I want to keep growing and get out of my comfort zone. But training is huge. For me, physical training is obviously a big part of what I do, but mental training has become just as important. I spend a lot of time on my mental training with my sports psychologist, doing, literally I'm working my brain like it's a muscle, doing certain exercises. But, training-wise, active-wise, I do a lot of Pilates. That's number one to what I do is, having a strong core and having that body awareness that Pilates gives you. I'm on the beach, 4 to 5 days a week, preseason, training with April, doing individual workouts. And then I do strength training called Fast Twitch twice a week as well. So, but in the 12 years I've been a professional beach athlete, I have found my A-team, and I have the most amazing trainers, and I've learned so much. And what I've learned is that you have to keep your body guessing, but there are some things that you have to do consistently to maintain your strength, but it's always good to just adjust your workouts so your muscles, don't get stuck in the same routine, because you have to challenge yourself in different ways to get, better and new results.
Absolutely, Kerri. And from that process of training and hard work, it leads to Rio. And how excited are you about training for Rio?
Oh, man, I feel like I'm a kid. Rio is 3 years out, and it's just, I'm so excited for, the day to come when we qualify. We've got a lot of work to do ahead of us, but I'm really going to enjoy and cherish every single day because it's just so fun. I have so much more room to grow, and I'm so eager to become the best that I can be in the next 3 years and to do it alongside April. But, in August 18th, 2016, we want to be winning a gold medal in Rio on Copacabana Beach. So we have our sights set. We have 3 years to become the best in the world and to stay there. And, yeah, I assume you can tell in my voice. I'm just so stoked and pumped for the ride, for the good, the challenging, the not so good. We're going to do it together, and the fact that I get to chase the same dream with my husband who's going for the same thing, and with our children, it's just life is really beautiful.
Well, absolutely. So where can our listeners find more information on you and follow you on Facebook and Twitter and check out all the cool things you're doing, especially working with Tampax as well, so that they can learn more and really become a huge fan of yours all the way to Rio?
Yeah, well, you guys can check out today at tampax.com or on Twitter, I think, and Facebook at Tampax. So that's for today's activity. And then for me, you could go to kerriwalsh.com. That's a site in progress, so take it with a grain of salt. It will be good soon. But I'm on Twitter at Kerri Lee Walsh, and on Facebook, I believe, with the same. So, yeah, one of the great things about this journey is the people who I've gotten to know along the way. And with social media, people have become, I feel close and part of the journey. So I really appreciate when people, comment and support from afar. It makes it really fun.
You have an unbelievable following on Facebook. I see the activity and the interaction, and a lot of fan pages don't have that. So that really is almost like your website, and it's so great to see the interaction with fans and how they really just are following every move you're making.
Yeah, I sometimes I feel so silly with the things I post because it's like too much information, or is it too personal, or is it silly, or but everything I post, I post for a purpose, and whether I'm, supporting Tampax because they're supporting me, and I believe what they're doing, some people don't appreciate the more corporate part of it, but they're helping me chase my dreams, and I hope people realize that I'm only with people that I love and trust and that I would recommend truly and honestly. And that's kind of how I try to apply everything on my social media stuff, and I'm glad that you recognize that. And I think people do, but it's just such an interesting thing. 10 years ago, who would have ever seen this phenomenon? But it's really fun, and I gain a lot of inspiration from my followers.
Well, you're doing it right, Kerri, and that's the important thing. You're doing it right on Facebook. You're doing it right on Twitter. You're interacting with your fans, and that's the key component. So best of luck. Hope to maybe talk to you before Rio, and I know you're going to continue to enjoy this event today, and I appreciate you taking the time to come on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Kerri, and Happy Holidays, and good talking to you. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, you're listening to the Total Education Celebrity Show, powered by Simply G Media Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.